What about now? Now, please tell me that you're here now. Yeah, victory. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, actually, I figured out the problem, but I was still changing the wrong track because I was trying to explain that I was recording with this streaming software, and I had set up so it outputs different audio tracks to different files. And now I forgot to add that. Okay, yeah, I must send this audio track to this kind of a live output as well. Let's see what I tried to explain a while ago. I can't hear you, Microsoft. Love your bits, bro. Thanks. Little awkward. I'm a Finnish guy, so awkwardness is my thing. What's up, Mert? What's up, Rana Joy and everyone else? Yeah, gonna do a little short guitar practice routine, I guess. And feel free to ask me any questions meanwhile. About anything guitar playing related, of course. Or anything else, if it's something that makes sense. If the question is something that makes sense. You still didn't make the Guitar Pro video. Yeah, I haven't done pretty much any videos I was supposed to do. Been focusing on the teaching so much lately that the YouTube thing has kind of I still have the Pantera collab vid, which is it's getting pretty good progress, but I'm still waiting for a few guitar players to send me their parts. But yeah, I haven't had time to make pretty much any YouTube stuff for the past month or so. Any tips on vibrato for those who have just started to use it? You want it to have a stable rhythm, and also when you're doing vibrato, you want it to be something that it kind of starts at the right pitch, it goes up a certain way, and then it always returns back to the original pitch. So it doesn't kind of it doesn't go up a little bit, then kind of doesn't return to the original pitch, because that makes it sound out of tune. So you want it to kind of always get back. And you can do different vibratos once you kind of learn the motion from the fretting hand. It doesn't have to be necessarily like a half step vibrato, so where you go always up a half step. You can do different, wider vibrato and everything, but the main thing is that you always go up to the same pitch and always return back to the original. And you can practice also that on top of a metronome, so you get the kind of a stable rhythm. So you get the motion down. How many times do you think you have to practice every day? It all depends on what you want to achieve with guitar playing. So, of course, if you want to be like the world's best guitar player, you have to practice a lot, and you have to do efficient practicing. So it's not just kind of jamming some songs here and there. It's more like, you need to know what you're working on and really pay attention to the right things once you're practicing those. But you can get some pretty good results if you're just like a hobbyist guitar player. You can get good results even with like 15 to 30 minutes practice every day if you just put that practice into like it's really efficient. But yeah, hey Burke, what's up? Did you hear the Guthrie solo from the new Jason Becker's album? I've heard the Valley of Fire, and I'm not sure what other songs I've heard, but damn, those are some cool stuff that I've heard from the new album. What was the album name? It was like Triumphant Hearts, I think, yeah. Thanks, Timothy. Song is River of Longing. I don't know how to pronounce that, but yeah, I'll check it out after this. I assume since it's Guthrie that it's gonna be some insane awesomeness. I'll actually practice without the metronome a little bit because I have a few problem areas with the sweeps. I'm practicing with Broderick. It's kind of difficult that once I have to do the 3 upstrokes in a row, but I think I got it down. Kind of trying to replicate the same motion as if I was sweeping all 5 strings. So I kind of pay attention to the right hand wrist and the pick angle and try to replicate that same motion. Fan of Winterson. I think they have cool stuff, but I haven't really listened at them that much. How were the guys from Anthrax? Did you talk guitar with Scott? Oh, the guys were really cool. It's something that you know, I I kind of feel their pain a little bit, that they do like these huge tours and they must be like really tired, and also, you know, it's really awesome that they do the VIP meet and greets, even though they do, you know, the really tough touring. And obviously the guys were like, I could see that they were like pretty tired, but you know, after chatting for a while, they were like, you know, really nice. And I just asked about that. First of all, I asked if they kind of if they had any kind of idea, because the Anthrax shared like my Anthrax hardest songs. So I just asked them if they had any idea of that video, but of course not, because someone else runs their social media. And then I asked, you know, about that, what was that, softball game or something that someone wanted me to ask them. And yeah, they said that they don't remember that, but yeah, it's a debatable topic. What's up, Night of L? I've been pretty much doing only like the student stuff and my, you know, the free lessons, and of course working on my current students. Mandatory includes slides, melody bends, extended chords, tapping harmonics. Yeah, I assume that it has, you know, lots of like Guthrie stuff in it. What's up, Chope? Greetings from Haimo. Haimo. Where is that? I'm bad at Finnish geography. What up, Scatman? Yeah, I'm doing a little guitar practice. This won't be like a too long stream, I guess. I just decided to do a little live stream because of I don't know, nothing better to do, I guess. Vihti. All right, cool. Trying to keep the wrist angle the same while I'm changing the strings so it doesn't kind of angle too much. Because that doesn't really help. I try to more like move the whole hand, so when I change the string, the wrist angle stays the same. Consider yourself getting a 7-string guitar. I think that could be cool, or would be cool, but that's not on my kind of a #1 priority list at the moment. But sure, at some point, like I want to get like a better bass guitar and also like a 7-string and, you know, some cool stuff. So maybe someday. What's your most priced guitar you own? It's this one. This one. Do you have any tips on to improve downpicking speed and endurance? I actually have like the exact lesson for that. I could just explain it here in this stream, but I have like I have made like a video especially on that, which is in the description. It's like a 3-lesson series where it's about downspeaking speed and endurance. That's like one of the lessons there. Dope riff. Yeah, that's like some random exercise riff just to practice the picking hand. What up, Jonas? Will you ever do hardest songs of Forbidden? Oh yeah, that would be cool. So when I get the chance to do like more of the YouTube stuff again, for sure. Does the Chemical Warfare intro have only gallops or gallops with one down pick in between? So it's pretty much, I think, like a 4 notes instead of gallops. It was like 5 notes, 5 notes. How do you go about creating single note thrash riffs? Do you use notes from a scale or just use next to any old notes? There's plenty of different like approaches you can have for riff writing, especially for like what I teach my students is there's like a different, you know, you can base the riffs of different things. You can do like melody based, scale based, key change based, but in like death metal and thrash metal, it's pretty cool if you do like shape, kind of a shape and interval based riffs. So where you can puhu suomea. Let's talk a little bit of Finnish. So where you pretty much find like a cool interval that you like that sounds good on the kind of the root note. And we can do like a let's find like a cool shape from like a, you know, the basic thrash scale, like Locrian scale. So you can kind of find like a cool shape or like some intervals from like a scale, and then you can just kind of move it around, and you can even make like a different sort of like a chord progressions from like this shape. And there's of course, you know, you can do pretty much like any shape. It's all about kind of finding cool intervals that work together kind of on top of the root note. So, you know, like lots of like Slayer stuff, for example. It's more like this like combination of intervals that you kind of move around. I don't know, something like that, but no problem, Knight of Hell. What are the tunings you mainly use? E standard, E flat. I really like D standard, but I need like a new guitar which I can just stick D standard in and just jam some Necroft resistant death with. But I need like a guitar at like E standard just for the, you know, guitar lessons and stuff like that. Lempibändi. I got like 3 main favorite bands: DRI, Slayer, Pantera. What's up, Slayerizer? Notice today we have no vid from you in a month. Oh yeah, been busy with some other stuff, so maybe someday, some lucky day. I really wish to get back to like making YouTube videos, but it's not like, still not in my like #1 priority list. What's the fastest down picking speed you can do? Show me. Without like warming up, I don't know. It like requires warming up so I can play like you know, more consistent, like longer riffs. But I guess the EYR Slipknot song at like 245 BPM is like the fastest I've done. But I don't know. It really depends on like do you do like lots of single open E notes, because then it kind of requires different technique than if you do like you know, string changes and stuff like that. But on like single string, I don't know. Yeah, it really depends on how many notes you play and stuff like that. So it's really impossible to play, you know, what's the fastest speed, unless it's like what's your fastest speed in something certain. Thanks, makes a lot of sense. Yeah, no problem, man. Can you demonstrate World Painted Blood? Oh, how did that go? What's that World Painted Blood? I get so mixed up with the song, so I guess that was some song from that album at least. Make a video in Finnish. Maybe someday. Did you hear the Arch Enemy thing? Yeah, I heard about that. We'll make Testament. Yeah, that would be really awesome to make. Oh yeah, Hate Worldwide, that's true. Testament songs. Yeah, that would be awesome. Hate Worldwide. How did the World Painted Blood? I think that was it. It's all good, bro. What's up, bro? Who is the best guitar player in my opinion? It depends on like in what, and like my personal favorite is probably Jeff Hanneman, but of course if someone asks me who writes the best leads or something like that, I would have to change it, of course, to like maybe Dimebag or Friedman or something like that. But the really crazy part of Raining Blood. I think that was the part. Hardest solo to play. There's so many hard solos because I haven't, in the past year, I haven't really practiced solos until like I guess the last 2 months or something like that. And now I've gotten really into like, you know, sweep picking and stuff like that. So there's, I don't know what's the hardest solo I can play, because I really haven't practiced that many like other. I mostly have done like the past few months some exercises and stuff like that, so I haven't really learned any actual leads. Favorite mode from the major scale, or I guess in the, you know, major scale modes, I'd say Phrygian probably for leads and Locrian for rhythm, but I really dig, you know, Hungarian Gypsy scale and, you know, Phrygian dominant harmonic minor, stuff like that. Dimebag versus Chuck. Personally, Dimebag for my own personal style, I guess. How old are you? 25. Please, Chuck is way better. Yeah, they are both awesome, but it's kind of a personal preference thing. Damn, didn't notice you had a beard. Yeah, it's an attempt of a beard, I guess. I've been growing it for like forever, but Yeah, I guess I kind of level it out every few days, but it doesn't really want to grow evenly. I tried to play the first riff in Testament song, Hatred's Rise. Let me check out the tabs for that. Mitäs biisiä suosittelit droppedi? What is your goal? Do you want to learn something difficult or some groovy, or what kind of a riff are you or a song are you looking for, Jonas? I'll check out the tabs for the Hatred's Rise. And meanwhile, if you're a guitar player, you might enjoy the free metal rhythm guitar lesson series I made in the description. It's 230 BPM, so I assume it's alternate picked. It could be down picked, of course, but I think it's alternate picked. And it's in drop D. Something like that, I think, but it's in different tuning, of course. Or at least on the chin, get the old look back. Oh yeah, I don't know what this beard thing is turning into, but yeah, I kind of like it at the moment, so let's see where it goes. Jackson versus Ibanez. Oh man, I love both. Those are like my two favorite brands. I don't know, I can't say which I prefer. Your wife play electric guitar? No, she doesn't. Do you have any tips for that Ola's first challenge when you change fretting hand from B to G string and you have to shift that pattern fast 2 frets downwards? How did that go? Ola's first challenge. Oh yeah, that's... I would... the way I approach these kind of different position shifts or difficult position shifts, or you know, where you have to do some awkward motions with the fretting hand, is you should kind of isolate that, of course, and then don't just kind of you know, repeat it over and over, but try to first try to figure out what your hands are doing in the actual full version of that, and then try to kind of isolate that section and play it in a way as if you were playing it in the kind of a complete application. So first of all, you should of course figure out what kind of are you doing down or up strokes here. So you could do something like that where you start like on the on-beat note. So you kind of try to nail that transition part. And when you're using your pinky or whichever finger you use on the G string, you want to make sure that you're not just kind of doing this thing, where you leave your index finger like here at the same position as as it was in the B string. You want to kind of make the shift as you want to practice having all your fingers ready for the next part. And one thing that helps a little bit is try to already kind of look for that G string note, so don't just kind of focus on these notes you're playing. Try to have your kind of a muscle memory do that thing, and you can kind of focus on that transitioning note. So you put your focus on that note and making sure that your finger hits that, and also rest of your fingers are ready as if you were kind of continuing the lick. You should check out Rick Graham. Yeah, he's awesome. I bought his like Economy Picking 1 and 2 DVDs, and I bought also the, what was that called? Something like shred technique, like insane shred technique, and also some. I think I bought also like a legato workout, but I actually haven't finished those yet. But I really dig his like economy picking stuff. Like I haven't really practiced them. Can't really play that whole thing fast, but I'm like a huge fan of Rick Graham. Thank you, no problem. Yeah, he's awesome. Something moderately difficult or complex rhythm guitar playing. I would go with E standard and pretty much look at any Megadeth's Rust in Peace album songs. And yeah, just the difficult part comes in when you try to play those riffs cleanly and you know tightly, so you got the timing right. So you can pretty much, if you want to practice your overall playing, you should be, yeah. Well, I guess the best thing would be that you shouldn't kind of learn new riffs, but you should focus on kind of improving the old riffs, you know. But if you want like some hard riffs, of course, go for the Rust in Peace. Pretty much any song in that. Worst song from Metallica. I haven't heard like every Metallica song, so that's a tough question. Hey man, can't watch right now. I just wanted to say hey and have a nice practice. Yeah, cool, Capone. Thanks for stopping by. What type of pickups are in your Ibanez, active or passive? There's a passive, the tone zone in the bridge and Air Norton in the neck. Ever been in a band? Yeah, I've played in a few bands, and I'm right now in Stygian Creations. Haven't really practiced for a few months because I'm like so damn busy with the work, but yeah, I'm still currently with them. Can you play the bridge riff of Damage Inc? Bridge riff. I only remember like one riff, I think. Did it go like that? I think that's like a damaging riff, but I'll let to play Twisted Sister, the Beast. I guess I should. Yes, fast alternate picking. Suomen paras kitaristi. Those are tough questions. I'm not really like, well, actually, let's say Mr. Fastfinger, because I took a few lessons from him and he's like a phenomenal guitar player. Not really into like the metal genre, but Mika Tyyskä is his name in like instrumental rock, kind of insane guitar shredding stuff. Can I play bass? Well, I can kind of play in the guitar player's way of playing, so with the pick but yeah, I'm not of course like a bassist, so it's pretty difficult with the dynamics trying to get it sound decent. But yeah, I record the basses from my own videos and stuff like that, but I wish I could play much better than that though. Hello man, that beard looking thick. Thank you, this is my attempt of growing a beard, so let's see how it turns out. Thanks, I will try those tips, no problem. Great you said, I just made video covering Rick Graham's hybrid picking. Yeah, I actually saw that on Facebook, I think, or was it Instagram? Yeah, he has insane like hybrid picking stuff. No problem, Jonas. Awesome, thanks. Thank you, Venit. Thanks, bro. When I palm mute, I'm not sure if my pick is positioned correctly against the strings. How do you position your pick? Palm mute, pick is positioned correctly. Yeah, it really depends on what you're playing. If you're playing like down picking or alternate picking, or if you're changing strings, like you really want to kind of take a look at the individual riffs and don't maybe like focus on just playing everything the certain way. More like have an approach where you can kind of control your pick and picking hand. So in different riffs you can kind of make it easier for you to hit the notes by doing little adjustments in the picking hand. So to practice that, of course, you need to kind of become very familiar with your picking hand and kind of learn different ways of playing, like different pick angles and stuff like that. So I think that would be the solution for that, is just try different pick angles and learn how to control your pick so you can change it in the right places. Have I played Guitar Hero? Yeah, I actually played Guitar Hero before picking up the guitar, and man, that's an awesome game. Please don't let the beard grow too long. I wouldn't be worried about that because it doesn't really grow. So I don't know. I kind of want it to be like I don't know, this length that it's right here, but my cheeks are not agreeing with me. Do you ever see yourself dedicating more time to learning the bass like a bassist? Probably not. I would really love to, learn how to play, slap bass and stuff like that, but I think I have like other priorities that I focus on. The Beast riff is really easy, so you can learn it fast. How long do you play guitar? Around 10 years. Cool, bro. Yeah, no problem, man. Same, I played Guitar Hero before picking up guitar. Yeah, I was like, I bought like PlayStation 2 and Guitar Hero and Guitar Hero guitar from like the first kind of a, what's that in English? Kind of a, not like a real job, but kind of a, no, it was actually like a summer job. And I bought like PlayStation 2 and Guitar Hero, and man, I played it like the whole... I don't know. I played it too much, I guess. Muistakko nää Miu? Siitä onkin aika. Märtsi Gang. Your name is familiar, but I'm not sure where. What up, David? How's it going? I guess I could make like a thrash metal version of that. But I really don't want to learn like such a single riff without knowing the original song, because then it's probably gonna sound horrible. Did you see the new Ibanez 2019? I think I've seen like some ads from like Finnish guitar stores of like a new Ibanez's, but are you talking about like a certain model? Oh yeah, Gamer Panda. Nuuska jätkä, jos muistuu viime vuodesta. Yeah, I remember Gamer Panda, of course. Mutta nuuska jätkä. That doesn't ring a bell. I'm actually on my way to healthier habits, not using the poison called Odens anymore. I don't know if it's healthier, but using lower nicotine stuff and trying to quit. Trying to do like more permanent solution than just, I could, be without this thing for like a week, but then it probably goes like that I just start using back again. So I'm trying to limit it and, stop with that style. Favorite practice riff. I usually do my own exercises based on things that I want to learn. So if I have trouble with like string changes, then I make like a simple riff that focuses on, the picking hand. And that way I kind of can focus on the right things when I practice. So I don't have to learn like a riff where I have to, put focus on many different things at once if I try to isolate like the problem area. Nicotine gum. Not really gum, but I have these things as well, like I like nicotine pouches, I guess. I think the worst thing about, the nicotine is I have like a really bad, what's that? Not like I also have the nicotine habit, but the worst thing is more like the kind of, I'm so used to doing it. So now that we even talked about it, I felt like, oh man, have to. What do the tattoos on your fingers mean? Oh, these are my daughter's names. This is my younger daughter, Aura. And on the other hand, we have Laila. And also my wife's name here on the side. And now, in a month, my first boy is being born. So I don't know where I'm gonna put his name as a tattoo, but let's see. Satiga. Actually, no, because this is like so mild compared to the Odens, but yeah, thanks, Aiden. I think this is like a, perfect way of me combining my, of course, loving my kids, and I really, like tattoos as well. So I don't know. I think this is like a cool way. Thank you, Mertsi and Aiden. Otta. Yeah, that's what my parents told me, that I need to get my boy's name in the forehead. But yeah, have to see how that's where that's gonna go. I'm really trying to learn, I focused, like I said, past few months on like lead guitar playing. And yeah, the lessons with Chris Broderick have been like really useful with like sweep picking. So I think I've gotten like some, I don't know, I didn't even believe like I could get like, because it's like a technique I hadn't really practiced. I've focused my practicing on like, rhythm guitar. So now that I've practiced, something that I wasn't good at all at, now it's like, the progress is like insane. So that kind of made me also focus with my students on like, that you should definitely be practicing things that are like something that it's like almost impossible for you to make your fingers do something. And that's how you get kind of if you have played for several years and you're not getting improvements, then you should focus on learning some really difficult things for you, because you learn them really fast actually, and it really gets you to the next level. 5 minutes alone. I can't remember how to play. I've been when I'm doing the every Pantera song thing, I've played a lot of Pantera lately, but not that song. Did you see Metallica play Sweet Home Alabama? No, actually I haven't. that must be interesting. Spit Out the Bone. I don't know how to play that. Sorry. Great bro, children are awesome. My first is a boy. He's a year and a half old now. Congratulations. Oh, that's awesome, man. Yeah, my older daughter is 4. Almost 4.5. Man, she's growing fast. And the younger is a bit over 2 years. And yeah, it's like, I don't know. It's just, I guess, having kids is like the perfect thing for me. It's like a so damn cool thing. It also, forces you as a parent to, think about what you're doing. So, yeah, of course, I like pretty much quit all like alcohol and smoking, so I changed to like something without any like passive stuff and stuff like that. So it's really helped me to kind of think about my own life as well, after having kids. Kuuntele The Beast, niin tiedätkö, menee se aika lailla heavy metallia. I don't want to listen at any original songs from YouTube on the stream, because that's gonna get like I'm trying to avoid all those copyright thingies. What's up, Kirk? And what up, Apocalyptic Concepts? How's it going? But yeah, really good exercise for sweep picking, by the way, would be this thing. I won't go over like the individual notes, but if you already know how to sweep pick, this is like a really good exercise. Something like that. I have like some trouble with the ring finger bar, and haven't found a solution for that yet, because I'm not sure if it's about the guitar radius, that when I do a D string, for example, I can't even by doing pretty much anything, I can't hit the D string without fretting the G string at the same time. My finger doesn't really bend that way, so I'm not sure if it actually could be about the relatively high action on the guitar on those strings, but yeah, need to see how that works out. The Strike of the Beast. I think that was the right song. Did you see my teaser trailer? Not yet. Is it on Discord? Because I've been actually, this is like a small thing that the guys on Discord have noticed. But I've been, studying a lot about, how to do work efficiently and stuff like that. And one really important thing is, if you want to focus something, especially like if you want to practice guitar efficiently, or do, like in my case, when I do my, business side of things, like the entrepreneur stuff, I want to do them efficiently. So I have turned like pretty much all of the kind of a notifications off from pretty much anywhere, because that's kind of a thing nowadays that really distracts you when you have like email notifications, Discord, Facebook, WhatsApp, you know, all of these different apps giving you notifications. And you really want to try, like when practicing guitar, is you want to turn everything off and just focus on the guitar playing and really put your focus into that. So I have, you know, I miss lots of stuff on Discord because I don't have at the moment any Discord notifications on, and I just watch them like a few times every day. So it's on YouTube. Yeah, I'll check it out after the Streamio. Jason Richardson uploaded a video on how to sweep without barring. Yeah, I kind of tried, you know, stuff like that, but I think barring is like it's something I want to learn. I could probably do stuff like that, and I could do like different, you know, inversions or shapes where I wouldn't have to do the bars, but I really want to learn using those kind of those main inversions. Yeah, you can link the lesson. Of course, I'll check it out, but I still want to learn using these. I guess I can practice other inversions as well too, but you have skills to play Anti-Cosmic by Obscura. I don't know the song, but Obscura songs are pretty insane. I guess with practice, because I'm not sure if they're like, what are their like BPM, because pretty much with like tons of practice, I learned, like, for example, probably the fastest song I've learned is from Aborted. It's called Cadaverous Banquet. It's 260 BPM. So with pretty much, you know, lots of practice, I think if it isn't anything like, you know, 300 BPM, you know, something insane, I think I can learn. Crazy Train. I actually started to play, what's that Buckethead song? Was it Welcome to the Buckethead Land, perhaps? Man, those Paul Gilbert shreddy stuffs are impossible. And actually, I've also I didn't kind of even practice that technical difficulties song before like that much, but now with Broderick, we're kind of pushing things, so it's also something that I'm working on. So it's, you know, Paul Gilberty shreddy stuff. Yeah, that's... I wish I can get it, and I think I can get it at full speed at some point. But not gonna say that. What up, Cebu? I got to go. Well, see you later, David. What up, Kurgan? I really want to learn, more Necrophagist stuff, but 9 to 46 string gauge to D standard doesn't really work for me. I've been jamming some Necrophagist in the standard D tuning as well, but it's kind of I wish I had the D standard. Dio. I used to play, was it like Rock Band 3 with like a pro guitar, where you had like all of these different buttons on that kind of a plastic guitar. I played Rainbow in the Dark with that, but I don't know how to play any of those songs, can't remember. And tips on alternate picking and string skipping really fast. I'd say that you should focus, this is a general advice, and it's all kind of it doesn't work on every guitar player, but in general, it's good if you keep your wrist angle the same when changing strings. So instead of kind of when you're string skipping, or let me actually show you. You don't want the wrist to angle like. That's in general. Of course, some guitar players can nail that perfectly, but that's in general. You want it to be more like in a equal angle, so you more like move your hand. In that way, and that's something that gives you kind of the consistency for you always do the same motions with your picking hand, so it doesn't kind of change. Because those are kind of two completely different picking motions. Latte Under the Glass Moon. Can't remember that, and I think that was like a pretty difficult, like a Dream Theater song or something. But don't know how to play that. You sound very, very good on Necro. Oh, thanks, man. I guess if I understood that right, soitapeita on nopeita. What would be fast? I don't know, something like that. Want to play really fast, get the 2mm pick for starters, helps a lot. I don't know how to word this. In general, I guess having a thicker pick helps because it gives you more control over. You can control the pick more easily. But there's some exceptions, like Jason Becker, who plays with like a 0.6mm or something like that, and I guess it's like the best way to approach it would be that you practice using different picks and you kind of see what works for you. But yeah, I'd recommend in general using like a thicker pick, at least for practicing, because that gives you like much more better control. Badass man, gotta go. Thank you for your great advice, really. Yeah, thanks a lot, man. Thanks for joining, and see you later. Intro of Deadhead by Townsend Disorder. Don't know that, and like I said earlier, I don't want to, listen at any other artists' songs on the stream for not getting like copyright stuff. What up, Putrid Abomination? I use John Petrucci's signature picks. It's all I can tolerate. Yeah, those are like John Petrucci Jazz 3s, I think. Those are pretty thick and they have like pretty round edge, I think. Like a sharp, but it's not like it's like also pretty round. You know, the edge is pretty round, but the shape is pretty sharp. Cowboys from Hell. I can actually let you listen like the every Pantera song collaboration. Just got the second revision for the mix for that, so I'll play it a little bit. Let me just download it. Let's hope it's not too loud for you. 2mm, pretty sure. Yeah, I think I had some Flow Petrucci picks or something like that. Yeah, I had those black ones, but yeah, I also have those purple ones. And the purple ones, I think those were like pretty, like even more rounded shapes. Those Flow picks. Far Beyond the Sun. Yeah, I can try it a little bit, I guess. The thing I'm struggling most with that is I'm trying to play it like the original way, where you pick the two first notes and pull off the third. And that's kind of a tricky thing. Hello, what's up? Intro riff. I guess I can check out the tabs for that Townsend Deadhead. How about the Bee by Amorphish? Your bird on your cheek annoys me. Oh, this. Don't make my kind of self-esteem go down, because I'm very aware of this beard thing. I'm attempting to grow it, but it's not working. Riff you were playing earlier sounded like Painkiller. I can't even remember the timing for that anymore. Chat censored my expressions when you play Necro. But here's the every Pantera song, kind of a current stage of mixing. So this is kind of my part in the beginning of the video. Soon it changes to Attila Veros, and then after that you have Andrea Bocaruso and Vermilion. I played 10 years. This is the Attila Veros. I don't want to play it the whole way, because it's gonna be like a cool thing when you see the video. this is Andrea Boma Bocaruso. And this is Vermilion. But yeah, that's kind of the current stage of that. It's like the Cowboys album. That's the only one done at the moment, and the audio is done for Metal Magic and Reinventing the Steel. And there's like a few albums that are gonna be done when I get like just like one clip from like a certain guitar player. Thrash or heavy? Thrash. Goal is to be next Carious collaboration. Yeah, let's make it happen. Kirk, yes, you do. Hurry up. Yeah, I'm trying my best. I can show you like the, or actually let me not show you the progress, because I don't want to, because there's like a few guitar players who haven't provided the files. Like I waited like 3 months for them, but I don't want to name any names. So let's hope I get them some lucky day. Let me do a little bit of practice, because actually I haven't practiced almost at all in this stream. This was supposed to be a practice routine stream. Tom, what's up? What's up? Black metal or death metal? I have to say death metal. Now that I started the stream, I got like 10 new notifications on my phone, so I don't know what's with this timing. Exodus. That reminds me, man, I love those riffs. Reminds me of the Sodom Nuclear Winter. How did it go, Piranha? I have no idea. I have never learned how to play that. Yeah, I think that was close enough, but maybe someday I'll learn that. Obituary Redneck Stomp. Yeah, that's awesome. They started the live show with that, of course, when I saw them a month ago. What else? Exodus. Of course, I like those riffs I played in the previous video. Jackson Kelly, it's really out of tune, so that's the main problem. And yeah, it has like a broken what's this kind of a locking nut screw in the middle, so it gets loose, and then the middle strings, like the D and G strings, get a little out of tune, and then of course with the Floyd Rose bridge everything gets out of tune. Does anyone have any guitar playing related questions? I could answer a few before I end the stream. And also you can check out, of course, the free rhythm guitar metal lesson series in the description. Feel free to ask any. Okay, Tom, let's go. Let's go, Tom. Can you play, bro? You have to play Mr. Scary by Doc. I probably not. I'm gonna end the stream soon, so I'll just answer like a few questions. Downpicking exercises. I think the most important thing is like that you should find out before kind of looking for certain exercises is what areas of downpicking do you want to improve. Do you have like a trouble in like certain ways of downpicking, like when you have to do like this kind of riffing? You know, when you have to change the strings. And if you have problem with that kind of riffing, then you should make like a really simple exercise and just kind of perfect the picking motions using that. So you kind of work on your picking hand instead of kind of learning kind of new exercises without knowing what you actually should be practicing. So you should find out kind of what are the main things you want to learn, and then kind of dissect your playing into, you know, the weak areas and stuff like that, and make like own exercises based on that. Best way to build speed and accuracy. For accuracy, you should well, actually for both things, you should of course start by practicing slow, and the only reason for that, of course, is that your hands learn kind of the ideal way of playing. So you learn how to do like minimum amount of extra motion and stuff like that. And when you kind of learn like a certain way of picking, for example, like single note, you want to kind of when you find that in the kind of a lower tempo, you want to try to replicate it at the faster tempo. And when you do that, you need to really be aware of where your picking motion is coming from. Is it like are you practicing on slower speed, like by using the wrist or the hand or just the fingers? And then usually what happens is when people start speeding up, it kind of changes their technique. So you want to try to kind of, when you're practicing slow, you want to try to use the same technique when playing fast, you know, so if that makes sense. So it doesn't kind of help you if you practice slow using like only wrist, but then when you start to play faster, you start to use it from, you know, pick from the elbow. So it doesn't, you know, you don't really progress that way. Before that, I'm just curious to know what you think about Erik Rutan playing in Cannibal Corpse instead of Pat. Well, Erik is, I'm like a big fan of his lead on, was it like Unnatural on the Torture album. I think he must fit into the band perfectly. I'm not really sure on what like Pat's current situation is, but of course I hope the best for him. But I think, yeah, it's kind of a, I guess, an obvious thing that they have to get like a temporary replacement for him. But I think Erik, even though I can't even remember what band he played in. I just remember like the studio videos that he's the producer in those. But I think he'll be like a pretty damn good fit for Cannibal Corpse. Where do you live? What's your address? I'll visit you at night. Damn, if I remembered like a police station's address, I could like share it online and see what happens. I live in Hyvinkää and the address is blank. If you were totally legit, Kirk, haven't you know that already? Yeah, Kirk knows everything. What guitar better benefits? What guitar better befits for a novice? If you're asking about like certain guitar models, it's like it all depends on what you want to play, kind of. Because there's so many different, bridge types. You got Floyd Rose, you got Tune-o-matic, which is a bit higher than this style of fixed bridge, and it doesn't really. I guess the most important thing is that it feels good for you when you play on the guitar. So that's the main thing. So you like how the neck feels, you like how the guitar looks, you like how it sounds and stuff like that. So there isn't like the right or wrong guitar. Will do. Thanks. Cool. Do I not? Quite relax and listen to the stream and scrape paint from my Jackson body. Oh yeah, you did. I saw a picture in the Discord where you kind of filled a single coil cavities of those. Damn, that's gonna be awesome with the EMGs. Yeah, hey Eternal. Yeah. Hey Lucancho. I can imagine myself in Hyvinkää walking around and showing a photo. Yeah, people will be pointing like, yeah, that guy lives there. Don't go there. What string gauge do you use on this guitar? This is 9 to 46 in E standard, and it's pretty good when I tune down to like Pantera tunings, which I'm still in the middle of recording. So when I go down to 425 hertz or something like that, it's like pretty perfect string gauge for that. And also for like regular thrash riffing, I really like 9 to 46 in E standard, and it also works really well in half step down if I want to play in E flat. So it's a pretty versatile string gauge. Damn that noise. Intentionally go for fixed bridge. Yeah, I sold my Jackson Pro Dinky DK2QM or something like that, because it had a Floyd Rose and I wanted a fixed bridge so I can change tunings more easily. So yeah, this is what I was looking for. What's your opinion on tuning to B standard and lower on a 6-string? I don't know. I think it works like, for example, in the band I play, Stygian Creations, the other guitar player tunes down his Caparison in A sharp standard on a 6-string, and it's not even a baritone or anything. And yeah, I think it's fine. Like if you want to play on that low, then sure. I should probably do a surprise visit, no announcement about it, just show up. Yeah, do it. Go for it. Floyd is live. Yeah, Floyd Rose is cool, but it's a pain in the butt if you want to change tunings. Like especially for the I bought this guitar for like pretty much for the YouTube thing, so I can change tunings. And yeah, I really miss the Jackson, but I think this is a cool guitar. So. When you said that, I checked on my on my streaming kind of a monitor, like behind me. Oh, Kirk. Will you buy the Hexed album when it comes out? The Hexed. Oh, was that Children of Bodom? I think I saw an ad about that. We'll have to see. I haven't really. I don't think I've ever owned a Children of Bodom album, but I've, of course, when I was younger, I used to listen like some of their songs a lot. I'm spiritually there. Yeah, I can feel your presence. Defects and advantages, Gibson or ESP to play thrash metal. I think it's pretty much like a personal preference, and of course the pickups are like you know, you can of course change them, but I think it's something that something you like. It doesn't have to be like, unless you want to go for like something classic, you can buy like ESP, like can't remember the V-shape model names, was like Arrow or something. But yeah, I don't know. Just I think you should buy something that you like personally, something that really, you know, once you see the guitar, you really want to pick it up. You know, really want to play on it. Everyone is leaving Gibson right now. Yeah, that's true. But yeah, I think still that like whichever you personally like, that's the thing you should go for. Definitely gonna play music. BI2 Black Sun. What's a BI2 Black Sun? Can't even remember my own riffs. Gojira hardest songs. Yeah, I actually started working on it, but haven't really, you know, kind of started. I have like some songs listed out, but haven't really learned anything yet. But that's gonna be one of the next videos when I get back to making YouTube videos. $1 million question: can you play Enter Shadman? Enter Scatman. That's too advanced. Yeah, cool, Lucancho. I think I'll be ending the stream and doing some teaching stuff. Really, that's kind of the main thing I'm working on, in addition to the Every Pantera song. So, if you want some cool lessons, check out the description link. And yeah, see you in the next stream or in the Discord. Can you check if I'm over and give a short analysis on how hard it is? Yeah, sure. Send me a message in Discord and I'll check it out. But yeah, see you everyone later, someday, somewhere. And ciao.